Good afternoon. This is Moses Marion, Poshmark eBay reseller, here with a thrift haul. Um, Not sure if I should even be sourcing at the moment, and I think that's going to be kind of indicated in the title of this video. More posty, less thrifty, um, as maybe some other resellers have experienced ever since the algorithm change over at Poshmark, that there is a slight, maybe, slowdown in sales. Not sure if that's just people coming off February vacation or whatnot, or kind of world events. Definitely in light of world events, buying a discounted sweater or pair of jeans is probably a low priority. But you gotta wear pants, regardless, even if the world does come crashing down, depending on your climate, I guess. But anyways, this is a bit of a large haul, and kind of the reason for it is one of the local thrift stores had multiple locations, and one of their locations just kind of closed down due to, I believe, staffing difficulties they were having. Um, as you know, there's this whole labor shortage, and so they decided to close down that location and move their product over to their other location. And well, there's only limited space, so they are kind of heavily discounting that new inventory. So, oh well, our benefit. So, gonna start off with what I've sourced in. I believe this is the last couple visits. This is not all exactly one visit, but I'm just lumping it all together here. So, starting off with shoes. This is a pair of vintage loggers. See on the soles, they are vintage, but they have had very minimal wear. Brand is Herman Survivor. So you can kind of see the emblem on the stamp on the leather. Just everything about this boot just cries like, take me through the fire. I'll get you there. The size is a size men's 6, and I'm probably going to sell these as a women's 7.5. Women dig combat boots as well, and for logger or combat boot style, I think that's a pretty cool looking boot. We'll have to price it according to whatever comps I can find on vintage logger boots, but they do pretty well. I don't know about Herman Survivors, but these were made in the U.S., so prior to Herman Survivors kind of outsourcing or sending off shipping overseas, these are definitely vintage. Next pair of booties I found were Nayot. Can you see that? Nayot is a kind of a comfort type shoe made in Israel. These have like little to absolutely no wear on them. Nayot's a shoe that sells rather well for me, used or newish. What are these? Oh, these to me are kind of like an urban hiking boot. And I say urban just because they're more on the lighter side. They're Echo. They are Gore-Tex, which means they're waterproof. There's a decent tread on them, hardly any use. Echo's pretty decent brand. I mean, I think they may have better models than others, but overall, not a bad shoe. The next boot, that's a Tom's Chelsea green leather suede. Size 7.5, which just seems to be like the most common size for women's. Anyways, these I got new with tags. There's no price on them, but the model is there, so can definitely figure out how much they were supposed to retail for. I think I had in my last video I mentioned I had a pair of Annie pumps, and these were their cousin. It's the Annie polka dot calfskin. It's like ballet flat. There's like this pronounced upturn. When I saw them, I was wondering, oh, did I just find a pair of teaks? But no. Made in Italy. Size 37.5. When I checked the comps on the Annie ballet, this polka dot style with the patent leather cap toe was one of the higher reselling shoes of that line. Next pair is a brand that I won't always pick up, but these were just adorable. They're a mix of suede, leather cap toe, and then a patent leather strap on the front. It's got a nice, I want to say that's like a 2.25 inch heel, maybe 2.5. Very minimal use on that sole. It's a Clark's Artisan. So it would seem from the build quality of this shoe that the Clark's Artisan line may be slightly better. This is a size 7.5. Sorry, size 7. Anyways, they just have a very kind of modest cuteness to them. Next shoe is almost similar style, different brand. It's like a heeled penny loafer. I haven't put a penny in this, but I usually send pennies along, although I don't think you can get a penny in this because that's not attached, so your penny would just fall right out. Coach. The sole, I think I noticed. I can't even make it out. I think it just says real natural rubber. It's in size 8. Rather preppy. Leather's in pretty good shape. There may be just some slight scuff on the seam. Black magic marker will just totally cover that. Next pair of boots. Ankle boot. Kind of shiny alligator or reptile embossed leather. Vibram heels. Vibram's a good mark for soles. These are if you can see it, Salvatore Ferragamo in a size 7. Pretty good shape. Again, virtually like no wear on that heel, on that sole at all. It's a lot of black shoes. And we're not done yet. A true kind of combat boot. This is vintage. Made in US, and I believe it's probably made for the service. From the Addison Shoe Company. Actually found multiple soles on Poshmark. With a Goodyear sole. Not too much use. This one had no lace. This one has a lace that's just completely shot. Gonna buy a pair of kind of heavier duty combat boot laces to throw on those. Man, my eye was really pulled towards black shoes, I guess, recently. This pair, I'm just gonna pull this sticker off unsuccessfully, so I'll show you the other one. It's a Zara women's, and I was able to find the model. Back zip, floral design, size 37. What is that, a 7? There is a slight portion where this black paint has come off here. What I've successfully done in the past, and you probably wouldn't even notice it too much because there's other painted elements all over the shoe. Using automobile black gloss touch-up paint pen will kind of fix that up pretty nice. Next, black shoe is like your typical tuxedo patent leather formal shoe. These, I believe, are vintage Florsheim. And what's kind of cool about this is these have just never been worn. There's a model typically inside, and there's pretty good websites to figure out old vintage Florsheim shoes. That's a 10, is that a triple E? 3E. So that's, I would say that's a wide. I may try these on, not walk around in them, but I may try them on just for sizing. Vintage sizing can be kind of different at times. Next shoe here, other ladies kind of pump, leather, by Earthies, or Earth, size 7, call that Admiral Blue. Anyways, like the heel on these, and thought they were pretty cute. I don't know if this kind of distressing is just kind of like the vintage quality of the leather, but they're in really good shape. There's really no scuffs on those toe caps. You can see they were shining right off the light, so pretty good shape. This next pair is a brand I probably don't always pick up, but these were just in kind of superb condition. This is Johnson and Murphy, which has this kind of anthracite buckle detail in the front. This could be a good work shoe. Slip on, size 11. Minimal wear on that shoe. I'm covering the kind of magic marker price on the sole. So what I do for that, some people leave those on when they're reselling. They just don't even bother. I actually don't mind doing a little work on a pair of used shoes. So for those magic marker prices, I just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and put it on a paper towel, wipe it off. That magic marker usually comes right off. Next pair of boots, which I got despite winter's coming to a close. I just couldn't, for the price that I paid for these, I just really couldn't pass them up. They were Sam Edelman, stacked leather heel. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4-inch boot. So if you're walking around in the snow, ladies, with that boot, good for you. If you can do that, nice. Side zip, shearling lined. I mean, it feels like a faux shearling, but no, it doesn't. It does feel like a real shearling. I'll have to see if there's a material tag here. No, it's faux. Size 11. I get these off Amazon, just boot shapers. Just kind of keep them standing up straight. Pointed toe, almost like a Western style. But yeah, maybe these would have been nice to have at the beginning of winter. But you get it when you get it. And, that kind of leads into the bigger question right now. Like, when do you stop sourcing kind of winter items when you live in a northern climate and you have access to a lot of kind of winter clothing? Two of these next items I'm going to show you just kind of prove to me that, yeah, I pick it up all year round. Fair Isle sweaters. Irish Aran fishermen's sweaters. These are, often find them hand knitted in Ireland. They are typically in this cream color. Pure new wool, Bonner of Ireland. You won't always find a size tag on the hand knitted Irish sweaters, but you want to make sure that the cuffs are tight. That's a tight cuff that hasn't been really worn all too much. Has all the buttons. The buttons are super good shape. They haven't been worn down. So the Irish wool fisherman type style sweaters. I think I sold one to a lady in San Antonio in July. And I think in the little note that I put in her in her package was, be careful wearing this in San Antonio in July. Um, this other Fair Isle is a LL Bean. It's not vintage per se, but it is definitely one of their higher end kind of products. It says it's an extra small. I mean, it's small. I was wondering if it was a kid's, but it wouldn't be an extra small on a kid. So it's an extra small, ladies. It's got like this kind of polyester or kind of, I don't know, rayon lining. Still has an extra button. Just nice color on it. These sweaters do good. Kind of in the Nordic, any of those Nordic hand knit sweaters do well. This here is not Nordic. But it is 100% wool, made in Ecuador, so Andes Mountains sweaters? South American kind of pattern on it. Really good shape. Again, tight cuffs. Don't see any holes, no pulls. That may sit until next fall, or hopefully not, but it may sit for a while. Pick these up. These are North Face. Kind of like a jogger. They have a zippered ankle, reflective, so yeah, I think definitely they're a jogger. They have a gusseted knee for like mobility. I don't know if you can see that. The kind of, let me see, zippered pocket in the back. The tech jogger, I think, is a pretty competitive kind of market. People want to go jogging, take their phone with them, not necessarily always wanting to hold it. But not sure if this, no, that pocket is not holding a cell phone. Goes in like an inch. So I don't know what you're gonna put in there. Snot rag, maybe. Next item, and I am not an expert on Athleta tags to know what's newer or what's older. So I'll have to look this one up. But again, it's just another. You can tell me, is that a newer tag or an older tag? It's probably an older tag. But it's in really great shape. Zippered pockets, kind of fitted over the waist. The jogger, kind of thumb loop. My word. Where am I going to find the size on that? It's not noted. So I will have to figure this out. Appears to be a ladies. Maybe all Athleta is. You're asking the wrong guy. But, what is this? This is kind of converging in one area that I am familiar with. Wool sweater. This is almost like a shawl. Athleta. Medium. 50 wool, 25 cotton, 25 nylon. There is no buttons on this. There are pockets. Again, there's no... The cuffs are pretty tight, so it's good shape. Again, when do you stop sourcing big, heavy wool sweaters? When it's now March? I don't know, but I will have probably a bunch of them for next season. This I thought was a neat find. Again, this is product that's out of my wheelhouse slightly, but it's wool. So, as you notice, I like wool. Oscar de la Renta, new with tags. Probably steam that. The kind of split at the back is still sewn, so pretty decent brand. I don't know what style that is. And again, like when I post skirts and dresses and then the subcategory comes down, I just put skirt and dress. I can't figure it out. Here's a shirt I thought was nice. Size small. I actually looked at it and was like, oh, I hope that fits me. It's kind of like a micro cord. Still has that tag there, so I don't think this has ever been worn. Scotch and soda, regular size, small. Not the biggest lot of solds, but this shirt is just in perfect shape. And a nice mustard yellow. This could be a women's. No, I can figure it out. If the buttons are on the left, it's a women's. If it's on the right, it's a men's. So this is a men's. So it's a men's kind of. Says regular, but looks a little bit fitted. There's some just cool button detail on the back collar. So just neat details like that on button-down shirts are kind of appealing. I think I'm gonna stop this video because it's 29 minutes and I'm filming this on a Chromebook and this thing just may explode. Anyways, I'll do a haul video with the other half sometime soon. Alright, thank you. Bye. Oh, don't forget, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Thank you.